Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley Janelle and I am so excited for this video, and I'm sure you are too, which is why you clicked on it. This is my closet reveal. I have actually had this closet built out for several months, about 6 or 7 months, but I haven't had a chance to film this video for you guys. But lucky for you, I actually filmed the entire process. Everything from when I was working with the designer, how I thought about choosing the designer, everything. I filmed everything. So everything is in this video. So if you are someone who is interested in getting a custom closet built and are interested in what all goes into it, what are the things that you have to think about, what are the things that you have to consider, what are some of the things that you probably haven't considered or haven't thought about, this video is for you. So let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do, make sure you are subscribed. I don't want you to miss out on any of the videos that I have coming up. Okay, have you done it? You've done it? All right, let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to get into is why a custom closet? Why did I want to do this? What was my reasoning? Custom closets are not cheap. So what was my reasoning for doing this? So why I wanted a closet built out. As you can see, this closet is really just for accessories only. And when we moved into this house, I really wanted a place where I could put all of my bags and all of my shoes. Now, the shoes pretty much stay seasonal, which is the way that I typically do my closet anyway. What's in my closet is what I'm wearing at the time. Everything else is in the basement because that's really just all that I have space for. But I have another closet that has all of my actual clothes. This closet is just for accessories. But in the past, all of my bags and shoes have really been tucked away in a closet somewhere. They've been in dust bags, and you really can't see what you have when things are put away like that. So I knew that when we moved, I wanted a place where I could lay out everything. I could see what I have so that I could actually use it. And that is exactly what I did with this particular closet. This is the closet that is in my office. I don't need the extra space again for clothes necessarily. So I decided to turn it into a closet that fit my needs. So as I was trying to figure out how I wanted this closet to be built, if I wanted to do it myself, because I was looking on YouTube and was really inspired by some people who did this themselves, I looked at everything. I looked at the IKEA Pax system. I looked at Closets by Design. I looked at local companies that would come and do this. And the other thing too that I had to think about and consider was the fact that this is not our forever home. We're not going to be here forever. We'll probably be here 4 or 5 years. And at that point, I will have another closet, which will, encompass all of, not just my shoes and bags, but clothes as well. So this is just kind of like a in the meantime solution. So that also let me know how much money I was actually willing to spend on something like this. Anytime you work with the designer and they actually put something together for you custom, and they build it custom, they come out and measure, everything is custom to your space, it's going to cost more money than if you went with maybe something like the IKEA Pax system or something that is a little bit more out of the box. So, I just had to kind of weigh what I was willing to do. I also saw, like I said, I looked on YouTube and did, my research, and I saw that there was a lot that went into installing a closet yourself, and that was something that I wasn't willing to do or just didn't want to do. I wasn't interested in doing it. So because of that, I was put in the position to go with the designer. So there were, and we'll talk through it, but there were ways that I kept my costs low and things like that. But I just want to kind of walk you through why I decided to go with who I went with, which is Closets by Design. And this is not a sponsored video. I am just simply sharing my experience about what it is that I wanted, and how I found them and why they were right for me. Again, this is in no way sponsored. I just want to be fully transparent about who did my closet. So like I said, one of the main reasons why I decided to not just go with Closets by Design, but just a designer in general, was because they designed the space. They came out, they measured, and again, I'm going to insert all of the footage in this video so that you guys can see the different parts of the process and see exactly how detailed it was. But they came out, they measured, it was a one-stop shop. Like, it was one day, it was not even a full day, it was a few hours, and we did a couple of closets in the house that we wanted done, and we got measurements and we talked about specifics and all of that, and it was done. I didn't have to worry about it. The next time that they come back is for the installation. So I wanted something that I didn't really have to think a lot about, because again, when we were moving into the home, if you've seen some of my past videos, we did a lot. We were doing a lot, and there were some renovations that were going on, and I didn't need my capacity and my bandwidth taken up from just a closet. Like it's very important, but like I needed it to just kind of like be done with. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to go with Closets by Design. They were very simple. They came out very quickly. They were flexible. It just, all the things kind of just lined up. So let's go ahead and get into the process. So like I said, I reached out to Closets by Design. They came out. It was very quick. And what essentially happened was they sent out one of their designers. She was very, very nice. And the first thing she did was start it by trying to understand what my needs were. So I explained what I was wanting to use the closet for, what I wasn't wanting to use the closet for, what I wanted more space for than not. So, you know, for instance, I wanted an equal amount of space for my bags and my shoes, and just a small portion of the space for hanging, you know, garments and things like that. So she came out and she measured. She talked about installation. She asked if we wanted, or if I wanted anything like lighting and things like that, which I'll actually get to a little bit later. But we just talked about the space in general.
So you're gonna have hit by most of the wall. The things that you really want to see.
Just push over this way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That one was high. I think I can up to about that bar. Okay, so right here.
Okay.
All right, and then the next section was. That's gonna be the section right here.
Okay.
That's where you see a lot of your purses right in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the access ones down there behind the desk.
Okay.
The drawers. That jewelry tray
Mm-hmm.
will be closer to like right in here.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
So it'll be up. That shelf will be here.
Mm-hmm.
But down, like section. So I go all the way up to right in here.
Got it.
It's
Okay.
taller than this rack is.
Right. So the bags, so the shoes would stop at some point, and then got it. And then you guys would take out these.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. From there, she started to sketch out the actual closet itself and what we could do with the space given what I was looking for. So she did a sketch of the closet and she sectioned it off. So for instance, this space is going to be for hanging, this space is going to be for shoes, this space is going to be for bags. We'll have extra space for, you know, whatever. Here's a drawer for you if that's handy. All that kind of stuff she sketched out literally down to the inch. So it was really nice to first of all, it was nice to see a visual of the closet, exactly like I said, with the amount of spacing. I knew at the bottom I wanted more spacing for tall boots, like little things like that. It was really nice to be able to work with someone very quickly to be able to see that vision come to life, because I think that when we think about a custom closet, it sometimes can be overwhelming because we don't know how much space we need for this or how much space we need for that. So she asked me questions like, you know, well, how many bags do you have? And then I had to think about it. I had never thought about it before. Just having someone to actually ask you those questions and you be able to think about it is really helpful, because when you're trying to just think about it yourself, it never really works out. And then you just kind of get inundated with thoughts. Because I will say, when you try to do it yourself and kind of think about it yourself and not actually speak to a professional, things just get confusing and you don't know where to start, and it's just very confusing. Take it from me. So that process was very smooth. So I'm actually going to insert some footage so you can actually see what that process looked like, how quickly the sketches came to life, kind of my feedback, how we really altered it to fit the accessories that I have, so you can take a look at that.
For your space, I have 20 inches of hang right here.
Okay.
24-inch wide drawers. I have 1, 2, 3 shelves up there, a 6 1/4 drawer, a 12 1/2 drawer, and there's room for here for 2 shelves. All these shelves that are here, this one, this one, this one, can all be moved.
Okay.
There'll be little slats in the wall. You just take the pins out, you can move them. So if you need different heights, you can. Over here, I did not make a 3rd shelf here to do the purses, because I feel like this will give you more of that view.
Okay.
And allow you to make sure you have enough room for your shoes if you do get more. So we have slanted shoe shelves here, 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 here. And these 2 will line up for more purses. You'll have 5 shelves for purses. An extra 2 spots down here for interchanging. a drawer to keep anything that you need to tuck away, and then the jewelry tray.
Got it. Okay.
And then you'll have extra space up here that'll be hidden by that wall that's up there on the ceiling. Is that what you envisioned?
Yeah, I think so. So for the 5 spaces for the bags, again,
As far as space?
yeah, as far as space.
So you have 24 times 3 plus about almost 30, so it's another 60. That'll be 132 inches. So say we approximate each purse is about 5 inches wide. They give you about 26 purses in there. Do you want these to stay wider? Normally, you don't have to do that with the slanted shoe shelves, or actually I wouldn't recommend it, because on those shelves you're gonna have to have more space to be slanted, which will take away some of your shoes.
Okay.
But this one could stay bigger with the purses, and you can put some behind it, or which will also be better for down here too, for that tucking away stuff.
So what would then change?
I would keep this area as 12-inch wide, like this one.
Okay.
This one will come out to the 16.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay.
So the next part of the process was also really exciting. I feel like the process just got increasingly more exciting because what we did next was we talked about what the actual closet would look like in terms of hardware. So one thing that's really important to keep in mind, and we'll start talking like pricing and things like that, the more you add, the more expensive it becomes. And I know that feels obvious, but every part of a custom closet, if you were to go and look up like your dream closet, every part of what you see is like an additional charge. So the type of everything from the type of knob or drawer pull that you select. So even like behind me, you see the shoes, and there's like a lip so that the shoes don't fall off of or slide off of the shelves. There are different lips that you can buy. Like it's just everything is a thing. Down to the color. You don't have to get white like I have behind me. You can get like a natural wood color or a darker wood color. Everything adds up, like literally everything, whether you want soft clothes, what material you want at the bottom of your drawers, like every little thing costs money. So that was one thing that I learned as we were going through this process. And again, one of my biggest things was that this is not my forever closet. This is a temporary solution. Yes, I want it to be nice, but it will be nice when I feel, my things with it and things like that. I did not need top of the line this, top of the line that, because again, it's just not what this closet is for. But just kind of an FYI, when you start working with a custom closet company, that every part of the design is a different price. So I also, of course, have some footage of that because that process is really exciting to go through with the designer.
It's what keeps it from falling off.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So there's more of that squared off one here. It's called a deco.
Okay.
So it has like a little extra design in it.
Okay.
This one right here is that loose light that I was talking about with like the clear in the front of the display drawer. This one right here has the metal rack, and then this has like a little more of a decorative clip to it.
Okay. Which one is more like modern, I guess? Because I can't really tell from this.
I would say more of that metal one right there.
Got it. Okay. And that's probably the most expensive one.
So if you go from here, this one,
Mm-hmm.
this one, you're looking at approximately about $40 to $60, depending on which way you go. This one over here, you're looking at, for size, about $75. This one, you'd be looking at about $110.
Got it. Okay.
And the additional discount will come off of those.
Okay. Do you have any pictures of those?
The regular ones, like right there, that lip.
Okay. And does that come in any color that you choose?
So we can change the color of it. I'll go through the cost factors into that.
Okay.
But yes, you can.
Okay. I don't know that I'm super picky on the lip.
Okay.
So.
I mean, if you want just match the color, whatever color.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it'd be most cost effective and still allow you to display without.
Yeah.
Slipping off.
Yeah, I think that works.
Yeah. I also want you to go ahead and go like this for me and feel the difference of how that feels.
Okay.
Different colors.
Okay.
They range in price. This is before the discount applies. And you're between adding $500 and $3. So if you keep that in mind, that would be probably about $230, $240.
Okay.
After the 40 and 15 to going to $1,173.
Okay.
Is color something you want to look at?
I don't think so. Yeah. So we wrapped up, I put down a deposit, and it took about 2 months for the installation. Now, I'm not sure if that's typical or if that was just that time of the year or what it was, but it took about 2 months, which wasn't really a big deal for me. Again, we were just moving in. Everything was, that was fine. So they came, they did the installation. I didn't grab footage of that because honestly, it happened so fast. They were here maybe 30, 45 minutes. And I think I was working at the time. And then I said, oh, I'm going to just run up and just get some footage. And before I knew it, they were finished. So it was very, very quick, the installation process, which was also really nice. Now, obviously, the larger the closet, the more detailed, I'm sure it will probably take a little bit longer. But again, it did not take long for this closet and what you see behind me, which was honestly really nice. So let's go ahead and talk about the closet, because one of the things that I really like about it is just how functional it is. Obviously, there are shelves, so they make it really easy for just grabbing things. It makes it really easy for displaying things. One of the things that I did do was I grabbed a couple of hooks, hanging hooks off of Amazon, because I just wanted to add some height and dimension to the area where I have the bags and things like that, because I wanted to be able to have multiple bags in a section. And I can still add more to, the sections where the bags are using hooks and other things like that. So that was a really nice touch. One of the things that I also love about this closet is that there is a drawer. I didn't really need a ton of drawer space. Honestly, though, I feel like you can always use more drawer space, especially this being my office. I have a ton of just equipment and cords and just notebooks and just everything. So I actually utilize the space above in the closet that you can't see. So for things that I need less frequently, but I utilize that section as well. I literally use every inch of this closet. Now, the other part of the closet that I really like, and honestly, this is for nothing but aesthetic purposes, is just the garments that hang behind me. However, I will say I have found a very functional use for this. So one of the things that I was thinking about, like when I'm just pulling looks for vacation, or maybe I'm doing a haul or something like that, it's nice to be able to separate those, to hang them, to steam them, and to hang them somewhere that's outside of my regular closet, if that makes any sense, because they just kind of blend in, and you just need to visually separate things, especially like if you're going on vacation and you want to put all your vacation clothes somewhere. So I started to utilize this section for things like that. If there are clothes that I really want to make sure that I wear and they don't get lost in my other closet, it's winter time. We have a few more months. If there are clothes that I want to make sure, like, hey, I haven't worn this, I'll put it here because I know that I'll see it. I work here. I look at this closet probably more than I should just being in the room. So I remember things. So this is kind of what this section has become. But originally it was just for aesthetic purposes. I didn't want it to just be clothes and bags, bags and shoes. So I opened up this small section for garments, which is really nice. I also have a jewelry section that I haven't really used, to be honest. It's just I haven't used it yet. I have my jewelry somewhere else, but I think that this is also a really nice touch for when I am ready to use it. For now, I just keep some jewelry boxes in there and things like that, but it does have the velvet bottom so that your jewelry is not rubbing up against a rough surface. So that's also a really nice touch. That was also another added expense, but you do the things that you need to do and that you want to do, but just kind of trying to point out things that were extra and not necessarily included. So a couple of things that I wouldn't necessarily say are cons, but just things that I either had to do, or I don't know, maybe they're a con. So lighting. So I knew that lighting was something that I was going to do on my own. And honestly, for no other reason but the fact that I've used motion sensor lights in other parts of the house and really thought that they would work well in the closet. And again, purely for aesthetic purposes, I don't have these closet lights on when I'm working. Like, it's just, for aesthetics. You look at closets and the different sections are lit up and it looks really nice, especially when you're looking for something, I think, and it's dark in the room or what have you. To get lights installed in this closet would have taken our electrician coming out and running electrical wire through the closet in order for them to do that, and it just wasn't that serious. Like, there's a ton of natural light in this room. It just, again, this is not my forever closet. It's not my large closet with all of my clothes and I need light and things like that. There's a regular closet light here, and I have the other lights that I've installed in some of the sections from Amazon that honestly I don't even really use. So I'm really glad that I didn't think that that was something that I wanted to do or needed to do, because it was super unnecessary for me for this. But just kind of wanted to explain what would have gone into that process of getting the lights actually installed by the company. The other thing that's kind of tedious is there's small holes in the wood here, mainly because the shelves are adjustable. So if I want to move them closer together or further apart, which I have. So the holes essentially are for, moving the shelves up and down. However, especially when you have a white color like I have and not a natural wood, you can see the holes. And I mean, you would be able to see the holes anyway. So I went on Amazon and I got these little plugs to put into all of the holes. That was tedious. I'm not even gonna lie. It took me a couple hours to do because there's so many of them. So that was kind of tedious, but just something that, I had to do. I'll link those plugs in the description as well if you're interested, or, think you might need them or didn't know that that was a thing. Yes, you can buy plugs to plug those up. So again, not really a con. It was just something I just had to do for a couple of hours. But I do like the ability to move the shelves up and down. That was really, really important. But overall, I'm really happy with the closet and how it turned out. Again, very functional, very minimal. Didn't need anything crazy. Just needed somewhere to put my stuff so that I could see it and that I could remember that I have it and then I could wear it, because I wasn't wearing my things before. So this really, really helped me out. So I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Let me know if you're interested in getting a custom closet. If you're not sure, I would love to just see, what you guys are thinking, what your thoughts are. And yeah, I hope you love it. I love it. And thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.